Welcome, sweet friend. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I'm here once again in my studio here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I welcome you to a gentle yoga practice. So the thing that's been on my mind and really in my physical body as I've been preparing for this class is the time change and how it affects everything. It's got us feeling a little bit more sluggish, a little bit more lethargic, and then, we're having to acclimate once again. And so it gets our central nervous system a little out of whack. It gets our bodies a little out of whack. We're not really sure what's going on with the daylight and how that affects our routine. So I just want to be nice and gentle with you today and give you a little bit to savor. So if you will, grab a couple of blocks as well as your trusty blanket or beach towel, and I'll meet you right here on the mat. So as we get started today, I'm going to invite you to come down onto your back. We're going to keep those knees bent though, so the soles of the feet are on the mat. And then we're going to just let the arms come nice and wide. Maybe the palms are up towards the sky. Check that the position of the chin is in line with the shoulders, so try not to lift the chin up towards the sky. We really want to create a nice long spine here. And then give yourself that full body scan where you go from the crown of your head down to the soles of your feet. What's there where you can completely relax and soften into your mat? Let it take the weight. Let the breath move in and out of your nose. And let that breath take up some space within you with each inhale. And release as much as you can on the exhale. Just a little visual for you here. Imagine that you're slowly releasing air out of an air mattress or a tire. It's deflating nice and slow. There's an audible sound of the breath leaving the tire or the mattress. And allow yourself that same thing as you let the breath go out of your body. The breath allows the body to soften even more. And you find that connection of letting the central nervous system have just a moment to find some rest and ease. Beautiful. We're going to send the arms up towards the sky and then let the shoulders relax back down onto the mat. Shine those palms up towards the sky. Reach the wrist right up there. Big stretch to the inside of the forearm. And then slowly let those palms shine down towards your body, towards the mat. Maybe let those fingers start to point down too. Big stretch through the back of the hand. And back up, shine those wrists. Shine those palms back up towards the sky. And then shine those palms and those fingertips down towards the mat. Shake out the wrists. And then extend the arms long into a T, bend at the elbows, let the fingers come and interlace right at that occipital ridge, so that little rainbow right at the back of your skull. And let the thumbs come down and rest on either side of the neck. Soften back into the mat, give yourself a breath. And send some awareness to the low body, so really feeling each foot connected to the mat. And we're going to keep that link through the spine. Take an inhale, lift the upper body engagement through the core. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Keep moving. Nice. Give it 2 more. Beautiful. Send the arms up over the head, send the legs long. And let the inside of the feet touch. So the wrists, not the wrists, but the ankles touch. Circle those ankles. And circle both directions, just getting a little synovial fluid going through those joints. Cleansing breath whenever you need it. Beautiful. Bring the knees into the chest. Let the hands come to the knees. Check the position of the chin. Just a little gentle rock side to side here. Maybe circle those ankles a little bit. Beautiful. All right, from here, let the feet lower back to the mat. You're gonna turn over to your right side. Press your left hand into the floor, and you're gonna bring that elbow right under the right shoulder with the right fingertips pointing towards that left side of your mat. Is that your left side or your right side? Your forearm is extended long. And then we're gonna take this left leg and we're gonna let the sole of the foot come to the mat. The right leg stays extended long. These left fingertips can be like a little kickstand. Let's be strong from shoulder to elbow. And then we're gonna start to lift that right leg and lower it. Give it 2 more. Beautiful. Press into that left hand, lift yourself up, and we'll go all the way over to the other side. So left elbow comes down, left fingertips point over to that side of the mat. The left leg stays extended and this right knee bends. Right fingertips can come down as a little kickstand, and then we're just gonna lift and lower. And last one. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and lower onto your belly. And we're gonna find our Spider-Man fingers with the elbows up towards the sky. The nose is pointed down towards the floor. Intentionally let that belly get really soft against the mat. And then we'll inhale to rise up and exhale to lower. And find some breath and movement connected to one another. Beautiful. Lower down, palms come under shoulders, and press it up and find a table. And once you get into this table, we're going to come back down to those forearms, and we're going to keep the booty up in the air. Shine those fingers nice and wide and reach the crown of your head away. Take an inhale and then send the booty back. Big stretch through the shoulders. Come back with hips over knees. Curl the toes. Take an inhale. And then exhale, sit it back. And begin to move just like this. Inhales forward. Exhales back. Soften the body just like we did when we were on our backs. Letting more air escape from your tire or your air mattress. Nice. Inhale. Exhale back one more time. And then lift the upper body and reset those wrists under the shoulders. We're going to take and you probably want to watch me for this first one. We're going to send the chin towards the chest and then scoop the heart forward. So everything rounds in, scooping forward. The elbows bend, the spine extends and rounds. And let the movement become even bigger, sending the hips back more. Feeling that stretch all the way to the low back. Last one. Nice. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Send the booty back. We're going to send the arms long next to the thighs. Let the brow or the forehead come to the mat. Completely rest. Soften the body. One more breath. Beautiful. From here, see if you can roll up and sit on your heels. Now, if that doesn't work in your body, you could take your blocks. These are 4-inch blocks. You could have smaller blocks, but you can move them so that you could sit on them. And it's going to give you a little bit more height. If you have really tight hips, this is the way to go. So do what you need to do for your practice. And you want to keep those knees as close to one another as you can, but if it doesn't feel good in your body, then that's not what you need to do. Just a suggestion. It's your practice. Bring the hands to the heart, reach the crown of the head up towards the sky. Take an inhale, send the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, spread the arms nice and wide over to the right. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, over to the left. Keep moving. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, bring those hands in front of the heart. Now round the spine a lot, big stretch through the quads, round the chin down towards the chest, really sending that spine behind you. And then ripple up just like we did from that table. So scoop the heart forward and come back to this kneeling position, long spine. We're going to take a cleansing breath here. Focus the gaze, check in with the body, and do what you need to do to meet me in a down dog. So if you need to move blocks off your mat, that's fine. But you'll move through a table and then into a down dog. And when you get into this down dog, pedal through those feet, nice and soft. You don't have to overlock the joints here. And give it one more breath. Nice. Let's take a walk up to the top of the mat.
And we'll meet there in a forward fold. You're going to want to make sure that you have a block on the tallest setting right under your nose. Take an inhale, and then we're going to ragdoll up through the upper body, so keeping it nice and soft, and then rippling into that mountain, shining palms forward, reaching through the crown of the head. Give yourself a cleansing breath. Soften through the kneecaps. Give yourself a moment to focus here, to savor that breath. Releasing it just like through the tire or the air mattress. Give it one more. And we'll start to move. So inhale, arms and gaze rise. And then exhale, gaze comes back forward, the hands come over to the right. Inhale, up through center, and then over to the left. So just move through the upper body. One more. Now start to get the rest of the body involved. So as you exhale over to the right, bend the knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend the knees, move over to the left. Nice. Finish out that round. Bring the hands up towards the sky, and then let the feet come just a little bit wider. So maybe not to the outside edges of the mat, but definitely wider. And then start to send the hips back. Let those arms come to the knees. Reach through the crown of the head, and we're going to move through some standing cat-cow here. So inhale, crown and tailbone, go back. Big stretch to the throat and the heart. Exhale, round it in. Shoulder blades come forward. Moving just like that. Last breath. Keep it rounded in, inhale. And then exhale, slow rise, coming into that mountain. Palms come next to the hips. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, send those arms out, and then you're in that twist over to the right. Take a fresh breath. And then exhale, let this left hand come down to the block. Right fingertips stay up towards the sky. Start to bend into that left knee and reach the gaze up towards that right thumb. Soften through the right kneecap. Reach the crown of the head away. So we massaged and engaged through these hip flexors before we ever even moved to a cat-cow earlier. We just want to savor a moment of feeling into that opening. Take an inhale. Exhale, let that right hand come down. You're in a forward fold. And give yourself a breath. And then ragdoll right back up to that mountain. And savor a pause. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, we'll go over to the left. Extend those fingertips away from you. Fresh inhale. And then exhale, the right hand comes down to the block, the left arm up towards the sky. Slowly start to bend into that right knee and breathe. Notice if the jaw is nice and tight. Maybe send the tongue to the roof of the mouth to create some space there, some softness. We'll send this left hand down. We're in a wide leg forward fold. You can move the block out of the way. You might want to find a little side to side sway here. Beautiful. Come into some stillness. Give yourself that cleansing breath. Slow, audible exhale. And then let yourself walk back into your down dog. And instead of thinking of down dog as just this place where we hang out for a few breaths, feel into it. Maybe bend a knee across the other one. Pedal the feet. Beautiful. Bend the knees, ripple through the body, and let's move into a plank. Certainly lowering the knees as we move through this gentle practice today. Tops of the feet come to the mat. And then make sure that the wrists are right under the shoulders. Sink those hips forward. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky. We'll do a modified up dog. There's still engagement in the belly. Send those hips back. Give yourself a rest in a child's pose. Beautiful. Come forward. You're going to put from the forearm to the fingertips on the mat and make sure that the elbows are right under the shoulders. We're going to curl toes and lift into a dolphin pose. Breathing in and out. Savoring the breath. Three more. Nice, slow lower of the knees. Reset wrists under shoulders and slowly move back into a down dog. We're going to immediately walk those feet back up to the top of the mat. We'll meet there together in a forward fold. And this time, take an inhale halfway, long spine. Use that release, that audible release to go back into your forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, slow rise. We'll savor the pause right here in our mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, bring those hands down in front of the heart. We're going to do a little walking meditation, if you will, here. And we're all different, so you do you, I'm going to do me, and we're going to meet at the back of the mat together. So let me show you how it works, and then we'll begin together. We'll move body weight over to the left foot first. Mindfully slow, savoring the crossing of that right leg over and sitting back into eagle legs. And then we'll lift up. Walk a foot back. Mindfully moving, being aware of the body weight moving onto the opposite leg, and do the same thing. So we're going to do that towards the back of the mat. So meet me here at the top. And begin to move with your breath. Inhaling. Exhale over to the left. And do it nice and slow, like even appreciate and savor the air moving against your skin. As you sink down, savor the posture. And then rise up and move mindfully to the other foot. Savor the lifting of the foot rippling off the floor. Savor each individual moment of balance and strength. Just savor it. You don't have to move quickly. You have plenty of time. Savor where your body feels good. Compassion for what doesn't feel nice in any given moment. If you're struggling with balance today, believe me, it happens to the best of us. And savor moving your body. Again, really appreciating the way the air feels against your skin, the way your clothes feel against your skin. And then when you get to the back of your mat, release your body into a mountain pose. Steady the gaze. Savor the breath. Beautiful. Inhale, arms and gaze rise. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, really slowing it down, appreciating the hands walking forward onto your mat as you make your way back into a down dog.
And how does your down dog feel differently now? Do you need stillness here? Do you want movement? And give it one more breath. And bend your knees, and we'll move mindfully slow here. Really bend the knees, belly might even come to the thighs. Inhale, move your body into that plank. Savor your strength here, even if the knees need to lower. Savoring the strength of your body. The audible exhale. Take an inhale. Slowly bend those knees. Nice and mindfully slow. Tops of the feet make their way onto the mat. Reaching the hips back. Lowering the body into a child's pose. Savoring the softness that's available to you in this moment. Taking an inhale, keep those forearms on the mat. We're going to curl toes and mindfully slow move back into another dolphin. So take your inhale and exhale, slowly lifting the hips. Finding your dolphin. and savoring it. Constriction in the back of the throat on the exhale. Slowly lower those knees back down. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Making your way to table. Curling toes, inhale. Lift hips. Down dog. So down dog is no longer a transition point, but the here and now. Breathing in and out. Rippling awareness through the body. Strong through that right leg. We're going to lift the left leg up to the sky. And then slowly, slowly, slowly bring this knee up towards the belly. Step the left foot through. Mindfully bringing this right heel down to the mat so that you're set up for warrior two legs. And then taking an inhale. Exhale, ragdolling up through the upper body, pressing through that left foot. We'll make our way into a warrior two. Mindfully keeping the hips open, the heart open. Turn your palms up. Take an inhale, straighten through the left leg. Bring those palms up above you. They touch, and then bring them down in front of the heart. Spin on this left heel. You're towards the long edge of your mat. It's fine if you are not looking directly at me. Take an inhale. And then slowly bend that right knee. Tilt the upper body to 45 degrees. Big stretch through the inside of the left leg. Breathe. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Straighten through the body. Take an inhale, send the arms up. And then exhale, twist back over to the right, just like we've done a few times. You're going to start to bend that right knee. The left hand comes down inside of that right foot. Right arm up towards the sky. Breathe. One more breath. Lower this right hand. Mindfully walk those hands back towards the top of the mat. Spin on that left heel. Making your way back into warrior two legs and then coming onto the ball of that right foot. Hands plant. Make your way back to down dog. Again, savoring down dog as what it is, not as a transition point. But the moment that you are in. And strong through that left leg. We'll inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend that knee, bring that foot up. And then turn that left heel in towards center. Taking a fresh breath. And then ragdolling the upper body. And making your way into a warrior two. Hips are open, heart is open. Shoulders over hips. Left knee relaxed. Turn the palms up, inhale, straighten through the right leg.
Gaze and hands come up above, and then starting to come down in front of the heart. Spinning on that right heel, you're to the long edge of the mat. Give yourself a breath. Take an inhale. Slowly starting to lunge into this left leg, tilting through the upper body, reaching the crown of the head forward. Breathe. Savor your strength. Savor this moment. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back up. And take a fresh breath. Reach the arms up over the head. And exhale, twist over to that left side with the upper body. Inhale here. Exhale, left knee bends as the right hand comes down to the mat. Left arm up towards the sky. Breathe. Slowly start to let this left hand come down. Start to walk your hands towards that right foot. How is the air against the skin now? Framing that right foot, spinning on the left ball of the foot. And we're back in that down dog. Savor the breath. Savor this moment. We'll slowly start to come into that plank position and then lower those knees down. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Forearms, elbows under shoulders. Curling of the toes, lifting up the hips. Dolphin pose. Beautiful, lower the knees. Tops of the feet come back to the mat. Hands come to the mat. And then we're going to mermaid the feet. And we're going to come into a wide leg seat here. And we're going to need our blocks. So the blocks are going to be in the middle of the V. You won't need your blanket for this. Spread the legs as wide as you can. And bring the blocks close enough to where the forearms can come to the block. You can interlace the fingers if you so choose. And if, again, just like when we were in our easy seat at the beginning, if your wide leg stance doesn't look like mine, it's totally okay. The elbows are here for support. So I invite you to close the eyes, reach the crown of the head up towards the sky, space in the back of the neck. And then slowly, slowly, slowly start to tilt the upper body forward. You may have to move the blocks out to find a place that you can restore in this seated wide leg forward fold. You're hinging at the hips. There's no rounding in the low back. I'm going to turn to give you a profile just because this is how we strengthen the low back, stretch the low back, and protect the low back. So it's all happening at the hips. If you're feeling really nice and open and those constricting exhales through the back of the throat are allowing you to savor a deeper posture, invite yourself into that. Let that breath go just like you would out of a tire or an air mattress, nice and deep. Last one. Savoring the exhale. Nice. Slowly making your way back up. You can move the blocks out of the way completely. We're slowly going to roll down onto our backs. Coming right back to how we started, with the arms spread nice and wide, the knees up towards the sky. Reconnecting to the breath and letting the body completely soften into the mat. And savoring the softness. Moving your body into whatever position that it's asking to spend a few moments of stillness. As you're ready, you can slowly begin to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. Make some really small movements with the fingers and the toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles. Reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a full body stretch. And then allow yourself to roll onto your right side, bringing the knees up close to the belly. Savoring another moment of softness as the mat continues to take all of the weight. And as that feels complete, I'll meet you back in a comfortable seat. We'll meet there together with hands at the heart. So our quote for today is a poem from Mary Oliver. She wrote, "I too have known loneliness. I too have known what it is to feel misunderstood, rejected, and suddenly not at all beautiful. Oh, Mother Earth, your comfort is great. Your arms never withhold. It has saved my life to know this. Your rivers flowing, your roses opening in the morning. Oh, motions of tenderness." As we close our time together, I hope that these past moments have given you a sense of tenderness and a sense of softness within yourself, and a moment to savor right where you are. May you know kindness, and may you be kind. And until we meet together again, gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.